Good morning, and thank you for joining the Kissimmee Osceola Chamber of Commerce on our weekly 15-minute series. My name is Adriana Sapola. I'm the chair of the board of the Kissimmee Osceola Chamber of Commerce, and today we are very excited to bring to you a conversation related to Hispanic Heritage Month with three of my favorite people from the Kissimmee Osceola Chamber. We have Stella Siracuza with us with the Tomato Express, Major Jacob Ruiz with Osceola County Sheriff's Office, and Carlos Velez with the Orlando Magic. The National Hispanic Heritage Month is something that we're actually in the middle of now. It runs from the middle of September to the middle of October and recognizes the contributions and influence that Hispanic Americans have on the history, culture, and achievement of the United States. And that's something that we take very seriously over at the Chamber as well. One of our visions and missions and goals of the Chamber is to embrace heritage. And in Osceola County, with the majority of our residents being of Hispanic or Latino descent, this is something that we embrace as a Chamber as well. So thank you all so much for being here today. I'm going to be really excited to talk to you about a few of the things that you have going on at your respective companies and how you're making influence in your community as Hispanic Americans here today. So I will kick it off with Carlos Velez with the Orlando Magic. Carlos is the chairman of the Hispanic Business Council of the Chamber. So the Hispanic Business Area Council works to influence and support different Hispanic businesses in the community, and he's done a wonderful job in 2020 of keeping the committee live and going, and will continue to do so next year. So thank you so much, Carlos, and I'd love to turn it over to you to tell us a little bit about what the HBC does. And first, I want to give you a little information on who Carlos is, in addition to his role at the Magic and at the Chamber. He is a native of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and moved from the island to Miami in 1989, where he attended Miami-Dade Community College before transferring to UCF to major in Spanish literature and getting a minor in international business. He worked for Telemundo in Orlando and now has been at the Magic for nearly 19 years. So thank you, Carlos, and please tell us a little bit about HBC and what events and fun things you have going on at the Orlando Magic as well.
Awesome. Thank you for the great introduction. HBC, the Hispanic Business Council, we're proud to say that we host some major events, two of the most exciting events in Osceola County. Unfortunately, this year, one of our big events, Viva Osceola, which is a festival that celebrates Hispanic culture, has been postponed until 2021. So it wasn't an easy decision because that's one of our marquee events. But we're moving on to our next event, which is coming on in January. And that's when we celebrate our Three Kings with our Three Kings Day celebration at Old Town. I'm happy to say that next year's event, which is scheduled for January 10th, will be taking place, and it'll be a one-of-a-kind event, a drive-through event for kids to get toys and the community just to get out and continue this tradition that has been going on in the Kissimmee Osceola community for well over 15 years, I believe, long before I was here, of course. We also reach out and empower the Latino community entrepreneurs, small business owners, and people who just really want to get connected and just have a seat at the table with the rest of the executives in the community. We pride ourselves in a strong group with our events like Business Under the Stars, which was fortunately the one event that we got to host before the pandemic took over our lives, right? And that's a pretty unique event. We get businesses to come together at a nighttime atmosphere in order to connect, network, and just keep business rolling as well. So in a nutshell, we really complement the efforts of any Latino community business entrepreneur in the community to get to the next step. So I hope that's a good explanation.
It does, Carlos, and much more on top of that. I mean, our Three Kings Day event at the Chamber that you so graciously helped put on is, I would say, the most popular event in Osceola County in terms of community giving and community building. So thank you for that, Carlos.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Along with our big what we would call a corporate partner with Orlando Magic. We do have a fantastic small business owner on the line with us today. We have Stella Siracuza. Stella's a native of Argentina who immigrated to New York City at the age of 8. After 10 years, family left the Big Apple and found a home here in sunny Central Florida, where they started their business, Tomato Express Market. And for the past 29 years, Tomato Express has been in business. And Stella, along with her entire family, mom, dad, twin brothers, even the kids, have been running this incredible small business in Osceola. And it's dedicated to bringing traditional delicacies of Argentina to their customers and to all of us in Central Florida and Osceola County. So Stella, thank you so much for being here today. I'd love to talk to you a little bit more about not only Tomato Express and the importance of having an Argentinian market in our community and what that means for the folks that you serve, but also just being in Osceola County in general as a small business owner.
It's wonderful. Thank you again. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm so proud to be here. We started as small produce. We began selling really just tomatoes and produce in St. Cloud in 1991. And back then, there were only a couple of Hispanic markets. So we saw the need and we focused on that. And as we grew throughout the years, we specifically focused on South American markets, Argentina, Peru, Uruguay, and many other South American countries, which show the diversity of Hispanics in Central Florida. And we've been able to bring to our customers the delicacies from home. And I don't think there's a better way to keep tradition alive than with food. I just think that a traditional dish from home reminds us of where we come from and our roots. And we have to know where we come from to know where we're going. So we're proud. Our family continues to service. I see so much growth in Central Florida, and we have been able to survive throughout the years through the ups and downs of the small businesses, what they go through. But again, I'm super proud of the heritage and what we offer and what we're able to bring to our customers.
Yeah. We appreciate, and I've been to Tomato Express, and it's not only a market. You all have a bakery. You have excellent food there. People can come in for breakfast and lunch, and it's something that I really appreciate about your small business. It's really just well-rounded, and you can go grocery shopping. You can also stay and enjoy a meal. So, Stella, thank you for choosing Osceola County as your community of choice for small business. Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with the Chamber and what the Chamber does for you as a small business owner?
The Chamber has opened my eyes and has helped me, first of all, resources that benefit my business. SBDC, SBA, Prospera, all of these organizations are there to help small businesses. And what the Chamber has done for me is educate. It's provided a base for me to know the resources out there for me as a small business owner. So I would encourage every single small business to reach out and join this family. And second, it's also given me the opportunity to participate in the community that has given back to me. So that is very personal. I very much enjoy helping other small businesses because when we began, we did not have the benefit of the Chamber, and you suffer because you make mistakes that you can very much minimize by reaching out to the resources in your community, and that's the best way that I can explain it.
Thank you so much, Stella. We appreciate you and encourage everyone to visit Tomato Express as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Next up, Major Jacob Ruiz with Osceola County Sheriff's Office. Has been a longtime member of not only our community, but keeping our community safe and also giving back. Jacob is a former Marine who began his law enforcement career in Massachusetts. and has since devoted his time in law enforcement to serve our community. He's been in deputy patrol, a school resource officer, crimes detective, SWAT team operator, and has graciously moved up the ranks as sergeant, lieutenant, captain, and currently as major of the Sheriff's Office Administration and third in command, which is incredibly impressive. And that is to add on to his educational career, where he holds degrees in Homeland Security, history, and also an MBA from Crummer Graduate School at Rollins College. He's a graduate of the Southern Police Institute's Command Officers Development course and has been recognized as an influential and significant community leader by U.S. Congress. He did not need U.S. Congress to give him that recognition. I think all of us who know Jacob, which is most of Osceola County, because he is always out in our community and doing his best. So we want to give you that recognition too, Major Ruiz, that you are an influential and significant part of our community, especially in your service on the board of the Osceola County Boys and Girls Club. So Major Ruiz, please tell us a little bit about the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, your experience working in law enforcement in our community, and your department's real efforts in making sure that you're bringing in diversity and inclusion to your department.
Thank you for that introduction, Adriana. I appreciate it. And good morning to everybody. Definitely, I started at the Sheriff's Office 17 years ago here, patrolling the streets of VBL. And at the time, there was already a strong presence of Hispanics, especially the Puerto Rican community. And it was very rewarding to be able to be a deputy and see so many people understand the culture, understand where they're coming from, whether it came straight from Puerto Rico, from New York, or other big cities in the United States. But since, as I've grown with the agency, I've also, that population, obviously we all know, has exploded, specifically the last 3 or 4 years, after some of the things that have happened in Puerto Rico, in Venezuela, and in places like that. And so at the Sheriff's Office, since being an administrator, definitely been focused on diversity and inclusion, of really ensuring that our agency it starts becoming more of a reflection of the community we serve and the people we serve. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen overnight. And I know law enforcement and policing is a hot topic across America right now. We see terrible things happening on both sides, some with legitimate purpose and some that are just not right out the truth. But if we look at our community, we see that we don't experience those same things that we're seeing in the bigger cities across America. And why is that? It's because we have been devoted to working towards diversity inclusion. And it's not only the right thing to do, but it builds trust and legitimacy between the agency and the people we serve. People will likely not commit so many crimes and cooperate with law enforcement when they feel that the force that is patrolling, that is there, has a legitimate reason and authority over them. And when you are not a reflection of your community, whatever that is very hard to accomplish. And you're going to see problems like we're seeing across America. Thankfully, it's not like that here in Osceola County. We have a lot of work to do. The last 3 years, we have been devoted in doing that. We've increased our community services, ensuring that we're at every event that we can possibly be in, not only in the Hispanic community, but the whole community. We've been very intentional about recruiting Hispanic officers and other officers that make up our community, from talking to officers in Puerto Rico who may want to come over that can speak Spanish. We have raised our engagement over 200% the last 3 years. And our hiring rates used to be 39% Hispanic. Now they're up to 50%. And so you see, we're climbing the ladder little by little. And I think nothing but great things are going to happen as far as what the Sheriff's Office is and serving the community, and how we're going to be almost 100% a true reflection of our community.
Thank you so much, Major. I appreciate everything that you let us know today, and also keeping us safe as well. You can learn more about the Sheriff's Office at osceolasheriff.org. And I really do want to commend you and your department. You have made the Sheriff's Office a true reflection of what the community looks like. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, the Chamber is made up of a wide array of incredible individuals, not only personally, but in terms of government, small business, larger corporations, and all are doing their best to make sure that we are that Hispanic Americans are reflected as well in our community in leadership positions, such as Stella, Carlos, and Major Ruiz. So thank you so much for the contributions you have made as Hispanics in our community, in the United States in general during Hispanic Heritage Month, and for influencing the history, culture, and achievements of not only the Chamber, but of Osceola County. So thank you all for being here, and thank you all who are tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.